Hi guys, I'm back again with yet another video. So I will be basically breaking down, guys. There's 5 markets on my right. So yeah, and I'd just like to take this moment, guys, to thank everyone who is supporting this channel, and also for those that are still watching and keeping supporting and subscribing. Thank you so much, guys. I see you. So yeah. Without any further time, let's get to the first one. So I'm gonna start like in that particular order, right? So we're gonna start, guys, on the weekly time frame, okay? Just so we get a sense of idea as to what's most likely to happen like throughout the week. And remember, guys, to be always zoomed out so that you can see the charts much more clearer. So as you can see on AUDJPY, we have kind of reached the top, and then we also have that one over there, right? So another thing that is evident here, the market has been moving correctively towards that level or that resistance at the top. So this is what I see by far on the weekly time frame. Okay, so dropping it to the daily. So on the daily time frame, guys, we just fix as we go lower so that everything starts to make sense. Okay, so we can see that I'm happy with the touches at the top because first, second, third, fourth, fifth, and the sixth one. So we can leave the trend line like that. So we can remove those trend lines because we're not necessarily going to use them currently. So guys, when as you go lower and you keep improving your skills, at some point you need to try to see your drawings without seeing them. So by that I mean you need to be able to have it, to see it at the back of your mind without seeing it physically or with the naked eye, right? So we can also see that we have that high over there. Okay, so what's next? Another key factor here is we are still zoomed out so that we can see the charts clearly. So you can see that we have that daily level. Of course, that's the daily high and this is the daily low. So this is just a mid-trend level that is found within the daily time frame. Okay, and then we could also have another trend line over there because that's a trend inside a trend. And then yeah, guys, we could also have that trend line over there because the market has been moving in higher highs and higher lows, but everything is going to be clear on the lower time frame, which is your 4 hours. But as you can see, we have an anticipated third touch somewhere around about here in the future at the bottom. So dropping it to the 4-hour time frame. So when you're on the 4-hour time frame, you're still zoomed out, guys. Okay, so when you finally understand what's going on, then it's only then that you can start zooming in so that you can see the price a little bit more clear and better, right? So you can see what I was talking about on the daily time frame, that AUDJPY has been moving higher, lower lows, lower high, lower low, so lower high, maybe another lower low, something like that, until we get there to get that third touch in the future. Okay, so we would also so let me see, we would also keep this, maybe if the market ends up coming here giving us a third touch before going back to the top yet again. So that can also happen, but for now we're just gonna erase it. Okay, so meaning that we're going to be stuck with only this supporting trend line, which we drew from the higher time frame, and also just that kind of stuff, because that's the level that we are very interested in. Okay, and as you can also see that we have a level of resistance over here. So guys, just draw out anything that you see, depending on how you approach the market. Okay, because this may be too much to somebody else. As long as you understand what's going on and how it's going to help you with your decision making, then all is well, right? So for example, yeah, we could also maybe delete this because we already understand what's going on. So we're only left with that type of thing now. So we're going to go inside now so that we can see from a clearer point of view as to what's going on. So as we can see, and as I said, that AUDJPY has been moving in impulses and corrections, right? Lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high. And then that key level that we highlighted there is a key level. So we had this rising wedge that I see over here. So this was a rising wedge. As a result, the market went back here and then it rejected because of that level to also give us a retest. So what is most likely to happen next? So next, what could also happen if we're supposed to trade like that? Then maybe it's going to come off like that and then finally give us that, because that level is strong. Or if it's going to go to the upside, then we're going to look for something like that, retest and then go to the upside. Okay, so for now, I would say I favor more the sellers more than with the buyers. Okay, so dropping it, because to me this is more like impulse move, correction, breakout, and then this is a retest. Okay, so this is how I see it. And then going to the 1 hour time frame. So on the 1 hour time frame, guys, you'd see exactly what I'm talking about, because if we fix the price like that, you would also see that the market is kind of sort of forming something like a head and shoulder over there. So we might get the sales towards that particular level on AUDJPY. So I don't know what you think, guys, but comment down below. But for me, this is what I see. So just drop a comment and also tell me what do you think is going to happen. And then obviously this will be the first target if the market end up going down, because you can literally see what the market did when it got there. And as I always say, that look at how the market is approaching a level, because if it approaches in a corrective manner, the high chances that is going to reverse. So that is it from AUDJPY. Let's move on now to the other one. So moving on now to US30. Let's move on to US30, guys. Let's move on to US30. So on US30, I had already analyzed it from the previous week, but it's okay. I can always start over. I don't mind. Right. So we're just gonna quickly do that. Okay. So we're first going to zoom out, right? So we can see that US30 is currently in a bearish trend, right? So this is a bearish trend. Then you can have it like that. And then the next thing that we're gonna do, you can literally see that. So that's the high from the daily time frame, okay? And then that's our low, right? And then that's our middle level, okay? So we obviously see that if the market would maybe break out and retest, then that's where we headed for. Okay, so moving now to the 4-hour time frame. So moving on to the 4-hour time frame, guys, you just fix what's going on, and then you still zoom out. So as you can see, US30 has been moving in impulses and corrections. So impulse move, correction, impulse correction, impulse correction, correction, impulse correction, impulse correction, and then something like that. So the market has been repeating itself, and that's the nature of the price action. The market repeats itself. Okay, so you can see that we have this type of nature, and then we can just clone that and then have it like that. Okay, so this is what's going on currently. So we're just going to drop it to the 1-hour time frame, because everything is going to be much more clear there. Okay, so this is what's going on in the 1-hour time frame, guys. So I think this is how we're supposed to have it, right? So let's get closer now to understand what's going on. So dropping it to the 1-hour time frame, we can just see that the market is broken out of that structure, guys, right? Yeah, it actually broke out. So we already understand that that's our middle level that we drew from the higher time frame. And then also acknowledging the fact that this is also another one over there. So as I was saying that, so if that is how we're supposed to draw it, then you can literally see that US30 gave us a nice head and shoulder over there, which ended up changing the market direction, because naturally, or according to the market nature, so guys, on US30, right, if the stock market is to crash, we might see the market going furthermore down. until it reaches the bottom. Okay, but we obviously have turning points that we need to be cautious of. But by looks of things, this may be another head and shoulder on a bigger version. Retest and then yeah. So if the market is not going to do that, then maybe if this is a correction, then if that's an impulse, then this is a correction. So we might see US30 going to the top when it gets the support level once more. So yeah, that's what I see on US30. So let's check the other one, guys. Let's move on to another one, which is EURUSD. Let's check EURUSD, guys. So we're just gonna start on the weekly time frame, guys, because it's also important. It's equally important as starting on the daily. So as you can see, we have that low, right? Just the weekly low, and then we have that high over there. Okay, so we can adjust it and have it like that, right? Cool. So let's drop it to the daily. Dropping it to the daily, we can see that we still have this bearish trend. Okay, sorry. We still have this bearish trend. Okay, guys. So we have that. So yeah, we have something like that. And then you can also see that we have those trend lines at the top. So let's drop it to the 4 hours. So dropping in the 4 hours, guys, you would remember what I said on the previous video, the tips and tricks, which you can check it out over there at the top right. We have also that. So for now, we can see those without seeing them, right? You need to see it without seeing it, as long as you understand what's going on. So as you can see, we have that higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low. Then we adjust our trend line a bit. Then let's go to the, let's zoom in so we can understand what's going on. So as you can see, the touches make sense, and then you can also see that we had a nice correction that we broke out of, which is, this is what you call a bullish continuation flag or channel, right? So we can see that for now, this is the previous low, also taking into account that this is another level that we need to be cautious of. So dropping it to the 1 hour time frame, all right, this is where it all going to make sense. So as you can see, NFP unemployment rate increased in the US. As a result, the dollar lost value, which is, yeah. So as you can see, impulse move correction, impulsive breakout. So here I am thinking two things. It's either we're going to retest at this level or we're going to retest it there. But either way, this is the most reliable one. This is the strong one. Then this one is just a previous low, that it's a previous high that the market broke. So it may not necessarily come here, but reject here and then continue with the upside momentum. So that's what I see. And the reason why the market, guys, did not buy from the previous analysis here, it's simply clear that it wanted to first complete this correction before it could actually go to the upside, right? Because the market analysis from the previous video, which is the market did not really respect the setups that we saw on the other market analysis that I made. And that's okay, guys. It's not something that was within my control. I analyzed what I saw. So let's move forward now to USD Swiss francs. So USD Swiss franc, guys, we're going to start on the daily. So you can see that that's our high, and then that's the low over here. So we're going to drop it to the 4 hours. So dropping it to the 4 hour chart, you'd see that we rejected from the top. Then we have that supporting trend line over there. Then we also have that one at the top. So you can see the market approached that level correctively, and then when it reached there, it finally sold. So what is it that we're expecting here? It's either it's going to respect that trend line, go back up once more, or we're going to break out, retest, and then go down, right? But let's get closer so we can understand what's going on. So yeah, guys, the trend lines, I'm happy with them, so there's not much that I'm going to change. Even the supporting trend line, I'm happy with it. However, we need to take it into account that we have this level over here that we need to be cautious of, because this level is still strong, guys, still strong. So it's very important to take note of it. So as you can see, guys, what's going on here? If EURUSD gives us that drop, it will probably just be retesting. So what's going to happen on this one? So you can see we have this level as our previous high, okay? So if EURUSD, so on EURUSD we have something like this, all right? So if EURUSD ends up coming here, then USD is going to buy, right? But I believe that the buyers on EURUSD still hold much more momentum, because buying here, I feel like it would, based on what I see, we don't trade what we feel, guys, sorry. So what I see here is this version of a head and shoulder, okay? So retesting there would be understandable because that's a support area, and then we have a supporting trend line. But I just think that it will be just retesting before actually giving us the sells. That is what I think, and also this is what I see. So USD Swiss francs is negatively related with EURUSD. When the other one buys, sells. When the other one buys and the other one sells. When the other one sells and the other one buys. So this is what I see on USD Swiss francs. Just maybe a retest there towards that level, then the head and shoulder completion, maybe the retest, and then yeah. And then if that happens, just know that when the market is selling here, EURUSD will be buying, and also when it is buying here, EURUSD will be giving us that selling momentum on Monday. Yeah, on Monday. So yeah, guys, we have now reached the end of the video. If you watch up until the end, just do me a favor, please like, subscribe, and comment down below. I'll see you in the next video.